Hi everyone, it's Miss Elise from the Morristown and Morris Township Library, and today I have a super fun craft for you. Today I'm going to show you how to make pencil top toppers like these here, made out of pretty much just pipe cleaners. They're super fun, and so what you're going to need are a lot of pipe cleaners. The more colors and the more you have of pipe cleaners, the better this craft is going to be for you, but obviously if you have one or two, that's totally okay. You're also going to need a few other items, such as scissors, like usual, and you're also going to need a pen or pencil to draw, but you're also going to need a pen or pencil to put your pencil topper on. You're also going to need a few sheets of scrap paper. They can be written on, it doesn't really matter, as long as one side is kind of remotely clean. You're also going to need some glue. I have this huge jug of Elmer's glue, so I'm just going to use that. And that's pretty much it. So let's hop right into the first craft. So I'm going to start off by using a regular green pipe cleaner for this. You're only going to need one. But I'm choosing green because we're making a snake, so I felt that that was appropriate. But obviously you can make your snake whatever color you want. You're also going to need a pencil. I'm just using this one that I had lying around. And what you're going to do is you're going to take one end of the pipe cleaner and fold it down so that it creates a bit of an oval shape at the one end. It doesn't need to be perfect, but as long as it looks something like this, you should be good to go. I'm then lining it up where the bottom of that circle meets the top of my eraser and bending it over at a 90-degree angle to create the head of our snake. That way it fits a little bit easier when I put it onto the pencil. I'm then going to wrap my pipe cleaner all the way around the pencil till it reaches the very end and scrunch it up a little bit to create this shape. Once we have that, we're going to set our pipe cleaner aside and we're going to get back that sheet of scrap paper I was talking about earlier. And what you're going to do is you're going to draw a roughly large circle, or small to large circle, on the edge of the paper. We're going to create our eyes for the snake out of this. I'm then going to be folding that side that we drew the circle on, and cutting both folds in the paper. That way we get two without having to draw two circles. I'm then just gonna cut this out and continue to make my eye. Now, as you can see, I did cut both folds in the paper, which is what you want to do, so that way you get two eyes and not just one, so you don't have to recut another eye. I'm just going to go ahead and fix up my eyes here because they're a little uneven. But obviously if your eyes are uneven, it's totally okay too. I'm then going to draw in pupils on my eyes with just a regular black pen. You can use whatever you have lying around. This is just what I'm using. Once you have your pupils and your eyes done, I'm going to be taking my glue and dipping a paintbrush into the jug because I don't have a handheld glue bottle. This paintbrush. And then I'm going to be painting on straight to the pipe cleaner. Hot glue also works for this, but if you are using hot glue, please ask an adult for help first. I'm then going to stick my eyes right into the parts of the pipe cleaner where I put the glue, so that way the eyes stick. I'm then going to be cutting out a tongue, so I'm just going to be cutting out a small rectangular shape like so, and snipping straight down the middle to create a forked tongue. You can make your rectangle however big you want it, but I don't recommend going too big because snakes' tongues aren't really that long. but this is your snake, so you can do whatever you want. When I'm cutting the slit up the middle, I'm going to create a bit of a triangular shape so that way that you can see the division in the tongue more clearly. But if you can just leave it be if you want to and just make one cut. That's totally okay. I'm then going to be taking my glue and flipping my pencil over so the eraser is down and putting the glue on the back of the snake's head. That way the tongue sits underneath it and actually looks like it's coming out of the pipe cleaner. And we can leave this to dry, but there is your snake pencil topper. Isn't he cute? Alright, moving on to the next one. So I'm going to be taking a purple pipe cleaner for this, but you can use any color for this pencil topper. And I'm going to be starting about a quarter of the way from the bottom of my pencil and just twisting the pipe cleaner around to the top of the eraser. I'm going to be making a heart for this craft. So you want to make sure you leave a little bit of space at the end of your pipe cleaner. You don't want to have a whole ton, but you don't want to have not enough to make the heart either. I'm then going to fold a bit of a teardrop semicircle shape to form one half of the heart, and then I'm going to be folding the other half down to create the other end and sticking the remaining pipe cleaner into the wrapped pipe cleaner at the bottom of the eraser. I'm then going to nudge it around a little bit to make sure both halves of the heart are equally round and everything looks fairly symmetrical. And there you go, that's your heart pencil topper. Looks great. Let's move on to the next one. For this pencil topper, I'm going to create a bouquet of flowers. So for this, I'm using a green, pink, and red pipe cleaner. I'm going to start off with my green pipe cleaner, and I'm going to wrap it about a quarter of the way from the bottom of my pencil to the top of the eraser. This is going to create our leaves or stem for our bouquet. Once I get to the top, I'm going to fold my pipe cleaner in a bit of a triangular shape to get the leaf of my stem coming off of the stem, and I'm going to wrap it around the back, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite side but a little bit lower to create an asymmetrical composition for my pencil topper. I'm just going to secure that by wrapping it underneath the pipe cleaner as before, and there we have our stem and leaves. I'm next going to be taking the red pipe cleaner and I'm going to secure it by inching up the leaf and sticking in the red pipe cleaners to create a loop around the green. I'm then going to go up and down in kind of wave-like motions around the entire pencil in order to create this sort of rose type demonstration. Sorry about my camera angles in this shot, it didn't really go as planned. Then once I've gone around the entire length of the pencil, I'm going to cut off the excess because I don't want too much pipe cleaner on this pencil topper because we'll be adding more flowers. And there you have it. It's just a bunch of small triangles, kind of up and down motions all the way around our pencil topper. Looks great, right? So now I'm going to take my pink pipe cleaner and cut it in half. I'm then going to take one of the halves and make 3 semi-loops, just regular loops actually, all the way around the pencil topper. I'm then going to take that excess piece and wrap it all the way around the middle or base of the 3 loops that we've just made. I'm then going to stick it in between the rose petals that we had made previously, so that way it sticks a little bit better into the pencil topper. I'm then going to take the other half and make 2 loops with the pink pipe cleaner and leave a little bit hanging off of the edge like before, to wrap it around the middle so that way it's easier to stick into the rose petals of my flower bouquet. I'm going to cut off a bit of the excess there because we don't need that much to stick it into the flower before sticking it into our bouquet. And there you have it. Look at that. So pretty. Lovely spring bouquet for the top of your pencils. Let's move on to the next craft. So for this one, I'm going to be using a orange and yellow pipe cleaner and as well as a pencil to create a lion pencil topper. I'm going to start with the yellow pipe cleaner and do the same thing that we've done for pretty much all of them, starting about a quarter of the way from the bottom of the pencil and wrapping up to the edge of the eraser. Once there, I'm going to create a small loop in the pipe cleaner before wrapping the remaining around the loop to create a head. Sorry you really couldn't see that, but you can see here that I've created a loop and then wrapped the excess around the head to create an opaque body for our lion. I'm then going to stick the orange pipe cleaner in the back of the head behind one of the pipe cleaners, like so, before creating the mane of our lion. I'm then just going to go kind of like we did with the rose and make little small triangles in the pipe cleaner around the head of the lion just to make sure that everything is kind of covered and he has quite a fluffy mane going on. Once we have our mane, I'm going to take another orange pipe cleaner and cut it about a quarter of the way. I'm cutting a quarter off of the pipe cleaner, and I'm going to make it in kind of a semicircle shape so we can go around the bottom of the head. I'm going to secure it in the back and just kind of wrap it around the bottom of the head before coming back up into the mane in the back and cutting off the excess. And now we have a great lion's mane. Once we have that, I'm then going to take the scrap paper that we used earlier to create the eyes for our lion. So I'm going to do the same thing as before. I'm going to cut out 2 circles by folding the paper in half and then gluing them onto the front yellow portion of our lion there at the top. You also want to make sure to draw in pupils so your lion can see. And once you do that, you can secure it to the main part of your lion. I'm then going to take my glue and stick 2 points onto the base of the lion head and then adhere the eyes to that surface. Just like so. And we're almost done with our lion topper. What I'm then going to do next is take another piece of orange pipe cleaner, and I'm going to create little ears out of the end of it by doing the same semicircle we made for the snake head and cutting it at the base. I'm then going to stick this over the top forehead part of the lion and sort of kind of put one side in the front and one side in the back. And I'm going to repeat this on the opposite side with another piece cut from that same piece of pipe cleaner. And do the same thing, one side in the back of the lion head and one side in the front. Just like so. And there you have your super cute lion pencil topper. Isn't it great? I wanted to thank you guys so much for doing this craft along with me today. I hope you enjoyed it, I hope you had fun, and I hope that your pencils now are so colorful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in next week's craft. Bye!